We're heading out on a beautiful day. We went into town this morning to do some laundry, but we're not hanging out yet, obviously, because we're moving. So I think it's only about an hour around to a beautiful little bay. We'll get the washing out and we'll settle there for a day or two, I hope. Today's Sunday. Anyway, settle there for as long as we want. It's supposed to be great there and a very special beach. Maybe we'll get to take you to the beach. Let's have the funniest thing happen. We're watching this dinghy coming from miles away when it was just a little speck in the distance. Came up not too far away and kept going, and then it stopped. I go, Richard, I wonder if they're in trouble. So we just stopped, like 50 metres, 100 metres away. Richard said, maybe they're fishing. We watched them, and then they came over. They started the motor and came over and waved to us and spoke to us in Italian that we didn't understand. And asked if they spoke English. Well, it was a dad and a kid of about 12. The kid recognised our Australian flag and translated for Dad, which was, where is La Maddalena? Well, La Maddalena, they came from like this direction and Maddalena is like that direction. And they're miles out. So Richard just pointed kind of over that way and they said thank you and off on their way. I hope they got a lot of fuel. Seems like a long way. Here we are in some beautiful beaches. I think we're going to the beach today. Is this where we're anchoring, honey?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
He says yes, between these two catamarans. Beautiful beach. It's very secluded. A long beach, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really long beach. But there's kite surfing down the other end there. And then, not sure what the attraction is that end.
Maybe a car park or something.
Yeah.
There's a few people up there.
It's a bit of an isolated area. It's quite swampy back in behind here.
Oh,
So the beach is lovely, but access to the beach is not easy.
right.
Which is why it's a bit more isolated, I think. Water is warming up.
Yes. And of course, so beautifully clear.
We picked up our new piece for the bang, and I'll show you the difference. It's quite a big difference between these two. This is the old unit, and it's 120 mils end to end, and this is the new unit, and it's 220 end to end. So that's going to allow me to span this bit that's broken. Yeah. So I think that should go fine. So just got to release the bang here, release the pin, take off the old tang for the bang, get rid of these bits that are broken off, and then we pop the rivet in place. And I bought some Tef gel as well. Somebody suggested it the other day for isolation. I had some other stuff that I used on top of the mast. But Tef gel was probably a better solution, so I'll use that here. One thing I have noticed before when the rivets broke the first time is there was quite a lot of corrosion around where the rivets were. The rivets only really stop it going back and forward in this channel. A lot of the strength is in the fitting sitting in the channel on the bottom of the boom. Anyway, let's get this out. Oh. There we go. That's the old piece. It's looking very second-hand. And you can see my rivet holes are quite big, and I think you can see the corrosion on the side of them. So hopefully this Tef gel will try and stop that. I need to get rid of these. This bit in here in the middle will be useful again, and of course most of it will be held by flanges at the end. Geez, that came off easy, didn't it? So if you don't know what happens, different metals when they're in contact with each other, especially in a salt environment, because salts are good, it's called an electrolyte, which allows them to trade electrons between the two different metals, and some metals have what's called a greater electron affinity than others, and so they won't rust, and they will steal electrons from the other material, which will then actually corrode. So here, stainless steel has more electron affinity than aluminium. I hope I've got that the right way around. And so the stainless stays fine, but it eats away at the aluminium. Well, the aluminium oxidizes quickly, which is not normally what aluminium does. It's pretty good at just getting a little oxidation layer on it and sealing itself off. But in these circumstances, it will corrode away and eventually fail. So by putting this on, it just gives an electrical isolation between the two different metals and stops that process, or at least slows it down. So I've got these large rivets they provided me, and they're about 1/4 inch 6.3, probably by about 20 millimeter reach on it. Yeah. Right, give it all a bit of a clean up and then put the vang back on, and we are back in business. So please remind me, always release the vang before you put the reef in, because can't afford to do this again. Wind it a bit.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Stop. Just release it just slightly. Yep. Beautiful. All fixed. Wonderful. Now we can go sailing again. Proper sailing.
It's a lovely long beach here, and a heap of kite surfers. We had a couple of them come out to near the boat, getting the kite up into the air, and then the person jumps into the water and flies from that point.
They come out on a rib, on a boat, little
Yep.
boat.
Yep. Oh, I think it's a special beach, honey. Might not be able to show you this beach. It clearly doesn't pass YouTube's community guidelines.
It's not much.
I think I just have to keep the camera facing this way. Sorry. You know I love my hat. I wear this hat nearly all the time. And it has a special feature, which is one of the reasons I bought it, in that it is an air conditioning hat. Let me show you. It is a cooling hat. It's called Aussie Chiller. You wet it and it evaporates and keeps you cool. It is the best. And it doesn't got mouldy or smelly or anything, because it's all manufactured fibres, no natural fibres in it. It's so good. It actually is cool. Never done that with a hat before. It's good. Good.
That is nice and cool.
It is. The shade stays. I love hats. I have a lot of hats, and they're usually felt, wool, rabbit or sheep or something, and they are awful with moisture. They get stinky, they go mouldy. I've used soap in this, you wonder what the soap's like. But this is completely synthetic, so they won't mould, and I can wear them. Just rinsing the salt water off. We're off again. Had a beautiful few days. A beautiful few days by this lovely beach. A bit windy today. So we're heading back to the big bay that we were at the other day. This day was magnificent over the weekend because it was full of kite surfers. So pretty, they're like butterflies. We enjoyed the beach. Probably, I don't know, 3 nights here, did we? I don't think we showed you much. It's right. Oh, we had that out for all of what, 10 minutes?
We're heading pretty much straight downwind at the moment, and got about 10 knots behind us. And there's a very lumpy sea, so it can't even really sink. It's just getting flopped back and forth.
As you can see, by the way, I'm not even standing up.
And I want some hot water because I stink. I did have a shower yesterday. You got to put the deodorant on. Yeah, don't.
It did smell.
Yeah.
Lovely. Beautiful. And of course, dodging ferries. It just comes so quickly. We've been anchored off Bear Rock a couple of times, maybe?
Yeah.
And I couldn't see it. I'm squinting, turning my head, I'm like, I can't see a bear there. And now it's obvious. From this side, I can see a bear. It's a cracker of a day. It's just perfect. Little bit of breeze that's got some cool in it. Well, not that it's cold at all. It's just thinking how lovely it is in this part of the Med. We've got friends in Greece and they are sweltering. Here, Northern Sardinia, I think in the last week or so our days have been 28 to 30, maybe a 31, and our nights kind of 26, 24 maybe. It's just beautiful, perfect summer. I have seen pot plants on boats before. We don't. But I've never seen actual trees. They are trees that would give shade.
Not on my boat.
It's Wednesday. Mid-morning, maybe? Look how busy it is. Not even in a channel. We are about a week into July. Maybe more, maybe the 8th or something. Maybe it's holiday season. It's cute, like a little resort. And a pretty beach. I love the way here they are very diligent at buoying off the beach so the boats can't go near the swimmers. They're really good at protecting the swimmers. And you know, the cars are really good at protecting pedestrians. You just have to think about crossing the road and a car will stop for you. You don't have to wait for a break, cars will just stop. Like, pedestrians are the king here. Do you know where you want to anchor?
Sort of up where we were before. So that the cat is coming out now. Maybe somewhere up there.